Greetings, Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and you feel like you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider this that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading my Bible, and my own personal experiences. And when I talk about operating in the dream time, this channel is for a very specific group of people who understand that when you close your eyes and you actually can start seeing things in with your third eye, you are operating in the dream time. You can send out projections, you can transmute energy, and you can affect things. And that's who I'm talking to, okay? We recently had a battle. So the soliloquy, tonight is Saturday night soliloquy, and the name of the soliloquy is A Battle, The Battle, Misunderstood. And before I read the soliloquy to you, I just would like you, the audience, to know this is my way of transmuting energy of a very devastating experience that I've been living through, have lived through, and I'm trying to handle it creatively. And Spirit has wants me to educate along the way. The blue wig is because there's a lot of she's too old and not pretty enough. My spirits say the blue wig sort of combats that, but then my spirits tell me it's like my thinking cap. When I put on the wig, they just are charmed and they talk to me. So they want me to some experiences in the battle for those of us who work on the side of light. I noticed the enemy did a very foolish thing, and when you see them do this, it's a way to take advantage. One of the principles of universal law that's not really taught down here on earth, because nobody thinks anybody understands this, is that they use, okay, when you see the triangle with the eye on the dollar bill, the all-seeing eye, right? You could use that image to clear your mind if you can't stop. When you first start meditating and the thoughts keep rolling in and you can't stop that, looking at that eye on the dollar bill will help clear your mind. Now, some people think, some people think it gives them power when they look into you real close with their eye. So, in other words, when you close your eyes, you see an eye. They think the gods do that. And sometimes they do. That's when you know, but you'll know when it's a deity as opposed to a person playing the part of a deity. Once you do your resonancing and you get quantumly entangled and you start to know the scenario and the stories of the people you're working with, because this is education for earth angels who know that they are effing earth angels, okay? When you quantumly entangle with people and they're in trouble and you never look into somebody's third eye. A, it's considered rude, okay? There's other ways to do it. B, it opens you up, because if you're an enemy, I can take your eye out. I can take away your vision in the third eye. Now, we had battle, and some of you were there, and the idiots on the other side, of course, did the eye thing, and I burned some eyes out. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. I have no diffidence about that. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Do not look in unless you have that person's permission and you know they won't harm you. But here's the other danger of that. If that person is with people who are aware and they can tap in, because warlocks can tap into your mind and a lot of other stuff, okay? Then you're subject yourself to the person that person's with if it's an enemy. So be very careful of using your personal I to try and subdue or submiss somebody. That's not the way to do it. If you don't have the abilities to subdue somebody, you don't have those abilities. Okay, and that's just the way that kind of works out and plays out. Now that's just a little bit of teaching tidbit from the the battle. Now I'm going to go on into the soliloquy, and then we'll wrap it up from there. A battle, the battle, misunderstood. Trying to understand the why, the battle, misunderstood. Right now, I feel like I've taken on all of hell. It's over a man, a partnership, money, a song, love, or a life. I don't know what it's about. I don't really know. Some of it not real, totally untangible. Unfathomable was once heard said. I wonder sometimes, am I alive? Or am I already dead? Is it the ex? Or is it the fantasy lover? I really don't know. Constant are the attacks, mental, physical, verbal assault. Keep her tired, desperate and down. Never ending every single day. I can hear the events that lead to my own personal misfortune. I heard Mary Jane say, "Poor Lisa." Others say, "Why is she not dead?" See, I hear often said, a command to start their visual electronics. I always respond, "Block C." I'm told they get nothing but static, and it puzzles them. I'm seen as an it by some. I know the names. I hear them, and they smirk, for they know I personally don't have the physical proof yet. Yet others do. They concentrate hard, helping me take wrong steps, often telling me I should be dead. You're not pretty, and definitely too old. The torch was passed to a younger group, a younger generation, to keep the so-called alien down. The younger revel in it, being less fortunate. But is she? She thinks they are less fortunate in thinking. Do they understand the meaning of words? Educated, but lacking in integrity and real life experience. The aliens sometimes feel sorry for them, as their actions are leading them into an awful plight. Over money, over a love, and so it ensues into a fight. Often asked, what am I battling for? My future at my age? They want my future from my age? Where is it? And can you really make it be undone? Freedom for another? Is it for the planet? Definitely not my exes who believe Lisa should be dead, and that fact is more than circumstantial. You can hear it say, kill the transcribers. Is it for words? intellectual property that you don't want to pay for? Is it for rights or wrongs? I really don't know. Michael will tap me on the shoulder and say, it's time to fight, like we've done in the past, and use all of what we've taught you. Gabriel suggests, call in your helpers. Dragons all, 5D friends, she yells in her mind, only in her head. Shield, wall, come if you may, come if you will, or just watch if that is your thrill. She locks down her space and prayed a short prayer, then took off her clothes. Magic is best fought naked in the bare. She adorned herself with only bell bands, red bell wrist wraps adorned in red, ankle wraps adorned in green stitching gracing her feet. Every move jingles. Some, all the dragons remembered when the battle was almost replete. She saw Victor's eyes pop out of his head. That later made her wonder about other things left unsaid. It started with the sounds of the game of survival, followed by, so you want to start a war in the age of icons. Then they were thrown all around by Chinchilla's bounce back. Then out of the void, the ethers, this came through, the green L with a heart holding. I wasn't alone. This battle was true. The battle was over, but just for good measure, we ended with Billie Eilish, I'm the bad guy, duh. In the past, we would have had a dance party and enjoyed the victory. That theme has become passé, for it's not a party when you have to beat a collective gone wrong. People despising people because they are different from you. We wasted the girl with the golden ray and wiped the woman with the stupid cat mask from the fray. Those two over a man they've never really had. They want him for the cars, the money, the fame. A night out for them is to get in the airplane, bounce all around, get glitzy in big city life, and spend $100K or more just to be shown a good time for one friggin' night. That Superman got ecstatic when I said, yes, Victor, I would let you take me out for a burger at the pub for a pint. I heard him whoop with delight at that. At the time, I thought it strange, but I don't now. You see, he is not looking for a woman like you. He's had that life, trying to break free from the restraints called celebrity. He might be an actor and a famous man, but inside, he is just a man, a regular guy. So, who is Victor? Is he you, or you? Is Victor a protector from my ex with a vendetta? Or is my ex playing Victor to keep the real Victor away? This part of the battle is the misunderstood. So after the battle, naked, she prayed, "Let me work out and finish this day." Did the angels let you watch and stay? The spiritual warrior lives in two worlds, sometimes maybe even more. One etheric, one real. They blend and sometimes become quite surreal. That image of the L in the heart will always remind me of that battle that ensued. A victory from and with all of you. The love and appreciation will always be remembered by me from you. I have to choose the real world now, for survival is important. Victor asked me to walk away. I really do love him and will do as he asks. Does he still love that filthy wife? Are they still married? Has he married another? These things she often asks. I don't know. I don't look. In 2025, he was still wearing his wedding ring. I couldn't look, for he didn't look really happy and was hiding his true self. Victor, the fantasy, I'll probably never know. I have to try to accept where I am. The real battle for me is the present moment. Looking at the world and feeling of being totally obsolete. The real battle is surviving after the war is done, broken and useless, with memories to make you feel undone. Was it love? Was it real? Or just a survival mechanism to overcome the real world damage that was done over time, totally wasted on two wrong men who were bought and paid for to lay waste a child with abilities that seem to matter no more. A fantasy created by someone else, planted into my mind to keep one person down so others can live in the total sublime? Is that what this battle is about? The old gal who heard, "She doesn't look too bad." Thank you, dragons, one and all, for the love expressed. Remember, love is truly always eternal. I felt the heart hug in the middle of the night. Thank you. And that's the end of this soliloquy. And out of that battle, this image came. In the midst of battle, during one of those songs, this image came out towards me, and this is how it looked. When you paint energetic images, they aren't always very, straight. It's energy. So this is what I saw, and it was all over like stars in the sky. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your love in that battle. So this ends this soliloquy for the night. And once again, I never know where Spirit's going to take me on this channel. And I thought I'd share, like I did in the past, some of the things that I do. I have, you've seen me, I've shown projects of things I've repaired. One of the things I'm attempting to repair is this beautiful head wig. It was a snow globe, and it was beautiful to me. And as I have lived my life with family, things happen, but of course, things that I truly love have always been damaged or broken. So I attempted the difficult part with the snow globe for me, and I'll show it to you when I'm done because I am going to do it. I tried to buy a replacement globe, but as you can see, it's too big. So measuring the globe is difficult. If I get it figured out, I'll share that with you. Putting the liquid in and the flitter isn't that big a deal, but this is one of my projects. I already took out all the broken glass in there. That was the first part of the project without getting hurt. And now I'm going to attempt to find a new globe for it. And I'll run you through that when it's done. But this one I bought is too big. But I have some Sculpey, and I'm thinking I'll make my own personal little snow globe, and maybe I'll put all these villains and vixens that I fight in there, and it'll be part of my story. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that tonight. Remember, I think all of you are pretty effing amazing. Thank you again for the show of love. I I won't ever forget that, man. That was amazing. I'm sorry it's dark in here. I have to buy lighting, and that's not at the top of my list. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Remember, you're stronger than you think you are. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you very much. Have a good night now. Bye now.